grind game, overtime's up. Play my cards, dealt my hand, ain't really no time for luck. Either you got it, you don't. Lie to yourself if you won't. I put my team on my back, did what I could, what I had. Now I'll be all in my bag, copy and paste with the swag. Bet you can't do it like me. All my winners on repeat. Take your L like a boss, stand 10 toes on your feet. I can never take a loss. I ain't set up for defeat. 4 Giottos on the truck. I had a dream and it stuck. Living my life cause we up. Looking back like where the love. So I be hella low key, but contrary to belief. Loyalty runs deep. I keep my ear to the streets. Struggle turned me to a beast. I'm off the chain, I'm off the leash. But baby girl, I play for keeps. Told my brother lately, I've been scheming against all odds like Willie Beeman. I've been grinding lately, this my season. Lord knows I'm trying to find my reason. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, but how you gon' act?
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it go. Now I get it go. Now I get it go. Now I get it go.
Ain't it crazy how them tables turn? You can fold or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch you work, watch you hate, watch him lurk. Can't relate, watch you skirt. Out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters, in the murks, out the gate, on site. Red free, red tight, set the bar, take flight. Yeah, I been grinding since a young and they told me my timing was coming. I been hustling with no fun and forget all the fame, get the money. I'm out in LA where it's sunny. I been eating since a young and since we ain't have food in our tummy. The life we was living ain't funny, but you cannot take nothing from me. Put that on my mama, my daughter, my cousin, my brother, I'll show you. Way better than I can tell you. The type of dreams that they say. That's why I learned from my failures. Don't do the handouts or the favors. Told my brother I'ma get this paper. Was left behind, I'll see it later. To keep it real, you don't need to wait up. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, but how you gon' act?
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it go. 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 I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it go. 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 I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it go. Now I get it go.
Irresponsible without your money, I'm not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plots. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands in the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money, I'm not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plots. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands in the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. In my energy paralyzed, I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a bearing a message to the best. If it ain't me, then you need you a confession, you a mess. You ain't scary to me. Heard you was the leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you like Cheetah, run up down the air in the scene. Not just like Vegeta Prince, and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Touch the driving slow, so I don't even grab the wheel. That's a lot on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Man, I'm walking with some money, man, I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all those losers think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plots. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands in the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plots. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands in the clock. Just like the hands in the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break it, but me and myself top too. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag, and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers.
Sam Sloman set to
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. McDonald. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon. Right back to him on 1st down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive. I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right? They didn't get the memo. They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
At the 17-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, McDonald flush to his right. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Get a glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage. And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Working out of the gun. Love. Being chased out left. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left sideline. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. On 3rd down, Love. And that will be incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away. Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down. And A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot. Yeah. But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll roll him out right. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. 7 yards, the pick up there. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over to the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Open man is Samuel, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 45 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
For the point after.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives are impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Wishnowski to kick off.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. He was 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Love going to give this one to Jones. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. For the Packers and Niners, this, of course, a rematch of the NFC Championship game from a year ago. And that game belonged to the 49ers. You might remember Raheem Mostert. Boy, he really made a name for himself in that one. 220 yards on the ground, 4 touchdown runs in the 37-20 victory that sent the 49ers to Miami. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Packers nothing.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Shotgun, it's Love. Forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 61 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Wishnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
He'll give it here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Brought down.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
45-yard line.
Here's McDonald to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Following the interception, Love. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
7 yards.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The Packers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On second down, it's Jones. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
And this is third.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Love from the gun. Dancing to his left. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
2nd down, Love. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 3rd and goal, option right. Here's Jones. With a juke. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Come on, dude.
Play action. It's McDonald. Eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. but we do know there's some risk takers.
And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there as our EA Sports halftime report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
25 yards. First down.
First down going to the air with Love. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And he took the ball off course.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
On second down, Love once more. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing is McDonald. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Throwing on third and long. McDonald. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up fourth. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Steps away to his left, and this is going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And some room to maneuver.
Do what we do. Do what we do.
And it's a fumble. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
A gain of 12. And the Packer first down.
On 1st and 10, Love buying time to his left. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what...
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones taking it in. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And to give this time to the tailback. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of
no gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's McDonald. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
43-yard line.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They go play action with McDonald. Flush to his right. He's going to look. That's caught inside the 20. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game, and when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And the Niners are going to have themselves a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at about the 7-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. There's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 45. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. The 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers add on to their lead. PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the gun, Love. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Love. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
1st down, Green Bay.
To the air again, Love. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Love's pass.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's 2nd and inches at the 42-yard line.
Going back to Love. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. And he's taken down inside the 30. 13 yards, 1st down Packers.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. That's caught. It's Thomas. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Touchdown, Packers. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers get a score closer. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point right down the middle. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the 49er hands team does its job. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
He was brought down.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
At the 18-yard line.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
George Kittle.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. McDonald. Man open left side. It's Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position. It's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Packers pick it up. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
Well, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Down and goal. At the 3.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
On for the field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
And they're not going to get the kick off in time. So a field goal gets you back within a score, but they're going to go for the bigger chunk here. Kicking team on the sidelines. Offense on for 4th down. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. To throw on 2nd down. McDonald looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Today's final score.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.
Flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. That's a flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. Flag on the play. Hold up. That's a flag on the play. Let's go. For the whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag. Ain't nothing. Make them throw a flag when I pass. Come through stage. Call me tired. Oh, then I ran. Get money. You ain't trying to get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline. A flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons. I just made a play. Red phone, going strong. Watch me shake and bake. Let's go. I just took off with that rock. Just like Tyreek Hill. I just count 100 racks. That's a whole field. He don't want no championship. Get him out of here. I just gotta say, like I run up in the backfield. I just gotta say, like I ran up on a quarterback. Shake and bake, make a play just like a quarterback. We ain't worried about no formers, we ain't staying there. Running off the block, yeah, I'm something like a linebacker. I got juice like a Fanta, how you like it? How you like it? I'm on purple, I'm on yellow, like a Viking. Like a Viking. All these plays that I'm catching, I done gone crazy. I do my thing, 6 range, just like Tom Brady. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make them throw a flag when I pass, come through stage. Call me tired, girl, it hit the hole, then I ran it. Get money, you ain't trying to get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. Let's go. I'm in the field like a Panther, I done up the standards. Like Michael Vick in Atlanta when it's time to scramble. Neck full of water, call me Black Bridgewater. Lamar Jackson, how I throw them Ravens across the border. Hold up. Run up the hole like a running back on the play. Intercept the pack like a safety, you boys ain't shake the play. That's a flag on the play. Let's go. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make them throw a flag when I pass, come through stage. Call me tired, girl, it hit the hole, then I ran it. Trying to get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. Going strong, watch me shake and bake. Let's go.
I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. That's why I breathe. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones.